What's good, LATD Nation, man? This is your boy Jay. We back in here with another video for y'all. As always, I got my partner in crime. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Rodney, RG from the 843, as I'm also known. And today we got a special video because this is something that we've been kind of neglecting here at LATD for a while. Sports. We are a pop culture channel, so, sports, gaming, TV, anime, movies, we cover it all. And
oh yeah, most def.
Today we're going to be talking about probably one of, if not the biggest sports story that's really come out of the last maybe year. This might be the biggest sports story of the year, if you ask me.
Right, really?
Bronny James.
Yep.
Going 55th in the NBA draft that took place 2 weeks ago or so now.
Yeah. And the thing is with that, it's just stirring up a whole bunch of attention, obviously, because he's the son of arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, and LeBron James. Fight us in the comments, GOAT.
For sure. If you agree.
What's up? Anyway, but yeah.
Just had to see you walk the hands.
Yeah, come on, let's go. I'm ready. We'll talk about, I got a whole GOAT debate ready for y'all in the comments if y'all ready.
Hey, these MJ fans would be ready to do that too.
That's all good too.
These 90s old heads. In my era, the 90s, it was so much better.
You should have seen me.
They played real basketball back then. The bad boy Pistons, y'all wouldn't know what to do with them.
Man, I started a whole bunch of conversations about Michael Jordan, Kobe, and Bron up in the barbershop one time. What's good? Come on, let's go.
Boy, you getting your haircut messed up for sure.
Yeah, man.
Your barber in the middle trying to debate somebody that scalp you out of nowhere.
But yeah, bro. But anyway, man. So this whole thing with Bronny James, obviously, like we said, he's the son of arguably one of the greatest, all jokes aside, one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
That's ever touched the basketball, that's ever set foot on the court.
Exactly. And he's the son of him, so we were all wondering, because him being the son of, same thing with Marcus Jordan, same thing. Well, I guess to a lesser degree, rest in peace, Gigi Bryant,
Yeah.
There's a lot of expectation on their shoulders as far as, like, how far will they go? Will they live up? And Sharif O'Neal being another one.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When, you're the son or daughter of somebody that has really etched their name into the history of the sport. And especially, because not everybody that's, related to that is the son or daughter of a sports great necessarily takes interest in that. Not everybody wants to follow in their footsteps, but when you do, there's that sort of expectation. It's like almost like heavy is the head that wore the crown, because now you're kind of trying to take on that legacy. Because the thing is that it's like, you could try to build your own legacy for sure, but you're gonna have people that are automatically going to compare everything that you do to what your father did, or what your mother did, or what your uncle did even. So, with that, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of expectations, there's just a lot of questions. And so, honestly, I feel like the thing with Bronny that's been unfair, and this is going back to even before he got drafted, I just feel like him being the son of LeBron, there's been a lot of people that have just wanted to see him fail, just off of the fact that, it's perceived as, he's got everything he's ever wanted. He's the son of a billionaire. He's not working hard. This is just, a nepotism thing. And then also, his rookie year in college this past, and he didn't necessarily have a John Morant sort of like breakout, sort of like going crazy in March Madness or whatever the case may be. So, a lot of people are like, Bronny's overrated, this, that, and third. Bronny, he shouldn't be drafted. This is nepotism at its finest. So, Bronny is already, coming into this situation with a lot of scrutiny, not unlike his father did.
Right.
Because when LeBron was drafted, I'm sure we were too young, we're too young to remember, but, when LeBron was drafted, I'm sure there was a lot of people that wanted to see him fail just as badly as there were people that wanted to see him succeed, just because of the fact that, when you have those kind of expectations placed on you, you got a lot of people that are jealous.
Right.
They're envious. They don't like to see you succeed as a young man, while they're working a 9 to 5, this, that, and the third. But I feel like in this situation with Bronny, having been drafted second round, I think that that's fair and that makes sense.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that the GM didn't play a part in it because I'm sure he did.
Right.
I mean, let's be
honest.
honest.
Of course he did.
I'm sure the GM was in everybody's ear. He's like, hey, you know I'm not resigning if y'all don't pick up Bronny, right?
Right. And the thing is, LeBron in that regard knows how much he's worth to every single team, and not just the Lakers. So he has a lot of leverage in that regard. But to your point, I agree that he should have gotten drafted, maybe not really that high, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mainly because, like...
He's not a first round for sure. He's not Jerry McCain or anything like that.
Right, exactly. But my thing is, I want to see Bronny win. We want to see Bronny win, but in my honest opinion, part of it is definitely, like you said, because of nepotism.
Oh, for sure. It's 100%.
Like, sometimes these people can go a little too far with it, but sometimes they do got a point. As far as nepotism is concerned,
they definitely can be off the chain with it. Not to cut you off.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
They definitely can be a little bit off the chain with it. But I see why that is there, why that narrative is being thrown around. Because let's be real, you think LeBron didn't have some sort of hearsay or some sort of like say so in the matter of Bronny getting drafted? You don't think like they didn't get on the phone with LeBron and have a conversation about the idea of Bronny getting drafted to the Lakers? I mean, LeBron said publicly years ago now that his greatest achievement in the NBA would be to play with his son.
Right.
So now that dream has come true for LeBron, I feel like this is getting towards really the very end of his career for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He even said, I think it was yesterday, that could very well be like the contract that he just signed could very well be the final contract he ever signs. It was a 2-year $100 million deal, I think was what it was worth.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so, the nepotism thing is valid. That's definitely a valid criticism. But at the end of the day, to say Bronny hasn't worked for it and he hasn't earned it, I think is... It would be one thing if Bronny went number one in the draft ahead of all these clearly more talented people.
Definitely.
That would be one thing. But Bronny getting drafted 55th, what are y'all mad at? Because at the end of the day, it's not like he went that high. I don't even think they even broadcasted him getting drafted.
Right, exactly, and that's another thing too. Like I said, I get where a lot of people come from, though, especially because there's players out there that have done way better than him who aren't even drafted, who didn't even get drafted. For sure. So I get that sentiment as well. But at the same time, you still got to remember this is a kid.
Yeah.
This is a kid. Well, I mean, you play big boy games, win big boy prizes. You know how that saying goes. But this is still a kid at the end of the day who really didn't ask for any of the hate that he's getting.
And he's not the attention. Like, he can't help who he's the son of.
Right.
He just happens to be the son of the greatest basketball player alive. Exactly. I mean, it happens.
Exactly. See, and that's the thing.
It doesn't happen for most people, but it happens.
But it happens, yeah. Like I said, Sharif O'Neal being another big example, but the Ball brothers probably being the biggest example of this.
For sure.
Well, to a degree, because LeVar himself wasn't like this big major ball player, but as far as like the hype he brought with his kids being the great Ball brothers, you know what I'm saying, who played in like Chino Hills or something like that.
Yeah, Chino.
Like the reputation that they had, and he's just kind of like yelling in your face the whole time that, oh, my boys are going to be great, this, that, and the third. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. But it's the same case with Lonzo, Melo, and Jello. Like, they really didn't ask for a lot of the attention that they were getting. Exactly. So it's like when you put these people in these like kind of expectations, you expect them to meet those expectations. When they don't, they automatically become like busts. But even Lonzo isn't even having that bad of a career per se, arguably, but has been very injury little.
Lonzo definitely, because I feel like, you're right, because when you put that kind of hype on somebody, it is very difficult to meet those expectations. And LeVar did kind of set that standard for Lonzo in the public eye. But if you really look at Lonzo when he first came into the league, I mean, Lonzo had a lot of like aches and pains. People got on his jump shot, this, that, and the third. But especially once he left LA, that's when Lonzo really started to break out. Like once he got to the Pelicans and then the Bulls, Lonzo really started to show out. Like he became a great defensive player. He was starting to develop a better outside shot. Lonzo was really developing into the kind of player that LeVar kind of like hyped him up to be. And it's just a shame that, you know, him being so injury prone has kind of prevented him from getting to that point. He's only 25, 26.
Yeah, he's older than us.
Yeah, he is older than us. I think he'll be like 27 this year.
27, 28, something like that.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, you got LaMelo Ball doing his thing.
Oh, yeah.
So
LaMelo balling out.
Right, exactly. So there is some success with that.
But yeah, we don't talk about.
Yeah. But with LaMelo being a big example of this, it's like, you know, he's an example of it becoming a success because at least I'm glad they're doing their thing in their own way, and I hope Bronny does succeed. Really, just to put all the haters down.
Yeah.
To be honest, but
because I hate seeing hate just for like the sake of it. Like I hate when people just hate on somebody just because.
Right.
Like what has he done to deserve this kind of hate?
Right.
He had a heart attack last year.
Exactly.
And so my thing is that he had a heart attack, could have lost his life. And now he's made a full recovery, and he's getting ready to fulfill his dream of playing in the NBA with his dad. How can you hate that?
Right, I 100% agree. Now, like, because I used to be one of those same guys getting on Lonzo Ball's back about him being like, but thinking about it more, it's really not his fault. It's not Bronny's fault at all.
And they worked hard for it, so it is what it is.
So it is what it is. So it's like, but like I said earlier. You kind of still got to kind of look at the Lakers front office and stuff. Like shout out to our boy Ty. Taiwan Scott on TikTok. He made a whole video about this that I agree with. God bless you, bro.
For sure.
You know, so it's like you do kind of got to get on the front office about this too because it's like because there are plenty of players out there that didn't get drafted that did way better in college than Bronny did. You know, that's still a reality out there that people got to understand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like as much as I want Bronny to win, as much as I want him to succeed, I don't know. Like seeing his stats and everything, stats don't tell the whole story.
For sure.
But seeing like his stats and purely from a basketball perspective, on the court perspective, seeing his stats and. You know, it translating from college to the summer league because his first game was just the other day. Mm-hmm. So seeing how I'm not sure if he will be that successful in the league.
I hope
exactly. I hope he does too.
I never want to see somebody fail.
Right. I don't want to see him fail either. But sometimes, the front office they gotta think they gotta stop letting like LeBron have this much leverage over them because at the end of the day, LeBron is a great player. He's still a great player to this day. He's what 40, almost 40.
He's coming up on 39 this year, I think.
Okay,
is he 39 now?
I think he's 39 now. Let's see. Let's look it up. But
I think he's 39 now.
Yeah,
he might be.
Yeah, he might be some around there. Let me see. Yeah, he's 39 years old. He turns 40 in December.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so it's like. I want Bronny to win, but these executives got to be a little bit more realistic with these things and stop letting players like LeBron have so much leverage over them.
Yeah.
Because the thing
that's what Ty said in the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ty said in the video. Because it's like, yeah, but he's still aging out though. He's about to be out the league in anyway, but
he's got 2 or 3 good years max at this point.
Right, I agree because he's been
including this season.
Because these past couple of seasons, this is the most injury prone he has been.
Oh, for sure, definitely. I mean, he's getting older, so you expect that. He got that wear and tear on his body. You know, he invests over $1 million. I think it's like $1 million over the course of one season into his body.
Right.
So it's like, he's doing what he can to keep himself up. But Father Time, that's undefeated. So. It's only a matter of time. So I see that perspective because it's like once LeBron is gone, if Bronny don't turn out to be, a great spectacle for them, it's kind of like, what were y'all thinking?
Exactly.
In the sense of
especially the same thing with JJ Redick becoming the coach.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's why I said the GM. This is 100% the GM's work.
Because I looked at
and before LeBron. Before, with the GM thing, it was funny because LeBron back in the day, people would say that, and it's like there was plausible deniability. It was kind of like LeBron was like throwing rocks and hiding his hand. Now LeBron,
LeBron don't care now. Like all he has to do is drop a subtle tweet, and everybody knows what it means.
LeBron don't even care. LeBron ain't even trying to hide it at this point.
Exactly.
At almost 40, why would you?
Yeah, like he don't really got nothing else to gain.
Yeah,
because he done did dang near about everything
that you could do.
Yeah.
Multiple times over.
Exactly. So it's like, what else is
the only thing he didn't do was catch Jordan in terms of rings, or Kobe. Almost caught Kobe.
Almost. Oh yeah,
he could still catch Kobe, but this Lakers team right now. I mean, boy, we shoot the way we was looking this past postseason. I don't know. But then in the Darvin Ham, he got fired.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
In fact, the whole coaching staff got fired. Actually, literally, it was literally like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was nuking of the entire staff. Everybody was gone.
But then you bring in JJ Redick.
Yeah, LeBron's podcast partner.
Exactly. So
that's gone.
Yeah. So it's just kind of a weird situation.
It's a weird look for sure. Yeah. But we know what it is.
Yeah. We already.
We know what it is.
It's like I watched this video on Nonstop Sports channel, YouTube channel Nonstop Sports. Shout out. You know, is because there was even like they did a whole video dedicated to why being LeBron's teammate is such a hard thing to do. You know, because if you do anything wrong, he could have so much sway. You could be traded in just like that.
For sure.
And it's like, yeah, and that's how it was in Miami. That's how it was in 2016 and
with the Cavs,
late 2010s, and with the
Cavs. Especially
Cavs.
like that 2018 team got nuked in the middle of the season,
right?
Because you had Wade, Derrick Rose, Isaiah Thomas. You had all of them guys. Yeah, you had all of them guys, and before you knew it, but by the time they got to the finals, there was like nobody from that starting season roster there. They were all gone.
Right. Like after Kyrie got that ring, that was none.
Yeah. I wish Kyrie had stayed for that last. What was it? He left in that after 17?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so he was gone by that 17 going to 18 season. If Kyrie had stayed for that one season, they maybe been able to get another one.
Right. Nah, I agree.
It is what it is now. That's been ancient history at this point.
Yeah, and shoot, almost 10 years later.
Yeah, for real. But Kyrie still ain't got one ring. Was in the finals.
Yeah, but you know we saw that and how that finals went. Almost a sweep.
Yeah, because he didn't show up. Kyrie didn't show up for the first 2 games, and then Luka fouled out in the third. Right. So the damage was pretty much done by the time they got to that.
Yeah, my thing is I feel like the Celtics were gonna win. We're gonna win the whole time,
regardless.
But
they were just too good of a team.
They were just.
Look at how deep that team is.
Because Jaylen Brown, he went off too.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tatum. Did okay.
Tatum was he was in and out if you ask me.
Yeah, that's what.
Which is usually how Tatum is in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's no wonder why Jaylen Brown won that Finals MVP.
Yeah. But back to Bronny, like I said, man, I don't know what else there is much else that we can say on this topic, but
what do you expect? What are expectations for him this season? Realistically,
I expect him to do
decent.
He needs to.
I'm not expecting him to start out like LeBron did, like
right, exactly. But but it's because the thing is, realistically. Probably if there's probably 2 points per game, honestly speaking, not even trying to hate, because you got players his own age who can do twice as much as he can.
For sure.
There were players his own age back in 19 in the 2019-18 draft really who were doing way more than he was in that summer league game.
Yeah.
Summer league and college are different, but that's my point.
And not even, the crazy thing is you say that, not even, a Ja Morant or a Zion type of player, just your average fundamentally sound sort of player, not even your freak of nature like a Ja Morant, which we'll do a video on him.
Yeah.
Good old Ja Wick. Please, Ja, we need you to get right. You make yourself
Same thing with Zion, man. Because
you're making us look stupid.
I'm so sick of people telling me I look like Zion too. I mean, shout out to him though. God bless him. Now, you know what I'm saying. Sure. I'm a fan. Like I want to see both of them do well.
We need y'all to tighten up. Y'all got to do better.
But John and Zion are big freaks of nature. They were doing more in college than Bronny was at this same time. At that same
For
time.
Sure. I mean,
when they were 18 and 19, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, Ja was just special.
Yeah,
Ja was just a problem.
Yeah,
the athleticism and then his shot game has gotten better over the years.
Right, like. I think Bronny can do it. It's just gonna take time.
He needs time to develop. And to your point, you know, Ty actually said something similar. He said that he felt like Bronny needed like another year to develop in college. Which realistically, yeah, I could see that for sure.
Right, because you can't hold the expectations of a guy like his father, you know, LeBron being this phenom even when he was a teenager.
Yeah, exactly. LeBron was just
to the same standard of him now.
I mean, because to this day, when you look at any high school prospect since LeBron, 20 plus years later, who is really measured up to like being like that, other than maybe Zion in terms of height?
Right, because Zion was just naturally gifted, had a genetic gift. So
yeah, same with LeBron.
Same with LeBron, exactly. But you can't expect an ordinary man to be like Superman the next day. Exactly. As my mom says, shout out to you, Mom. She says you can't go to bed a blunder and then wake up a wonder. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much saying you can't go to bed, you know, kind of like okay, and then wake up to be like I said, Superman the next day. You know?
Exactly. And see, that's the thing that makes this kind of stuff interesting is that you got some guys who are just born with it, and then just like they work hard and they just like become like a LeBron. And then you got guys who, you know, they start off a certain way and then over time they get better.
Right, like Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, exactly.
Jalen Brunson kind of in the same situation.
For sure, yeah, Jalen. That's a good one right there. That's a good.
Like, bro, I was watching a whole bunch of videos about different players earlier this morning for getting ready for this.
For sure.
So you already know. But Jalen Brunson, y'all know his dad being a former NBA player as well. Him growing up around different like the Knicks locker room and everything like that. Nonstop sports, man. Y'all got to check him out.
For sure.
But
yeah,
like it's the same case with him. Yeah, sure, he has this great resume in college. You know, 2-time national champion. But what is he? But when he gets in the NBA, he's still on the bench and everything at first. But then he shows how much he's been working and improving. And you know, his dad says himself, "You got to work your tail off." Pretty much. That's not a direct quote. But then that's what he did. Same thing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
For sure. Oh yeah, Shai's like that for sure. But when Shai first came in the league, you didn't really hear too much about him.
Right.
He just had his breakout season at what, 24, 25 years old?
Right. This past year.
Yeah, this past year. It takes a little bit of time for certain guys. Not everybody's like a Tatum. Because Tatum came in the league, you knew what Tatum was going to be. Shoot, Ben Simmons came in the league, but is Ben Simmons even in the league at this point?
I don't know. I haven't heard much about him.
I haven't heard anything about him.
I think he's still in the league.
He don't play.
He's just quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Live for him.
His game never really developed. And then once, what year was that? What year was that when he didn't take that shot? When he didn't go up for that shot?
This was, I want to say 20 or 18, around that range.
It was around. I thought it was around.
He was still on the Sixers though.
Yeah. So that was probably about 2020.
Yeah, around that area.
Yeah, because the Sixers were like, what was that? Was that the semi-conference finals?
Yeah. They could.
I think that was 2021.
Okay.
I think that was 2021. Yeah. And then once that happened, well, that ruined him. After that, because I remember like just the amount of ridicule he was facing after that.
Right.
It was crazy. Right. And I think his confidence was just shattered from that point. I don't think he's ever been the same.
Nah, he hasn't.
Because once that mental game starts to not be as strong, it's hard to come back from that. Because you look at Klay Thompson, for example.
Right.
We all know Klay is one of the greatest shooters of all time. Mm-hmm. But once Klay started to get in his head, and he just wasn't able to like make that same shot as consistently. Right. He started getting in his head. His confidence got shattered.
Right. Same thing. Like because I think it was partially like complacency as well. Yeah. Because he was on the All-Star Warriors team, who was a pretty much a shoe-in to make the playoffs every single year up until like this year.
I would say even up until probably realistically, it was realistic to see them in the finals from probably 2015 to 2022.
Yeah, I'd say 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even with that, like Clay kind of did bring this on himself just a tad bit, because you even saw during some of the games and during some of the slow motion clips that they do, Clay just put up four rings, like, oh, it ain't nothing, they're not gonna get rid of me, I'm Clay Thompson, this, that, and the third. There you go. So it's like,
which I mean, him going to the Mavericks, I mean, that low key is beneficial for Kyrie and Luka.
Right.
It definitely is. But the question is, are we going to get the Clay old? And then also him being in this new system that he's never been in before.
Right.
Because he's been with the Warriors his entire career.
Right.
Where, years and years of the system kind of being tailored around him and Steph and everybody. So it's kind of like, how's he going to do in this sort of fish out of water scenario?
Right.
I'm not saying that he can't still be great, but it's just a matter of like, what's he gonna look like? Exactly. What's Clay gonna look like post Warriors?
Exactly, because that's the thing too. Because the Warriors are pretty much, they've been going kind of not downhill per se, but
been downhill.
Okay, downhill.
They've been downhill ever since.
I'll put it like this.
Ever since they won that championship, when Draymond punched, who was that?
I don't know. He done punched so many people. I mean, I'm not sure, but I know he choked out Gobert. I mean, he choked out Gobert, and
who was that he had won? He punched.
Jordan Poole.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was Jordan Poole. Yeah, that footage came out. That destroyed locker room set. Like, just the locker room atmosphere was destroyed. The chemistry around the team wasn't the same.
Right.
So they had to get rid of Jordan Poole. Because his confidence was shattered after that.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Because the thing is, man, like, Draymond getting old, man. He's showing his signs of elderliness.
But Draymond always been a head case anyways.
Yeah, true.
But with Draymond, because the difference between now and back then is that Draymond, a lot of excuses were made for Draymond because they were winning.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, he just kicked somebody, but I mean, he's still getting it done. So we'll give him a pass. But now that you be losing and this is a bad look for us, you got to go to rehab.
Yeah. I don't blame him. I mean, Draymond Green seems cool, but when he on the floor,
turn into a different person.
Yeah, man. But we'll see how this next season goes, y'all. Like we said, we hope Bronny does well and does his thing. I'm just not so sure how fast it's going to happen.
It could be. I'm thinking it's a slow burn.
It's going to be
I'm thinking it's a slow burn. I'm not thinking he's going to just magically during the off season turn into this first round level player. I'm not expecting that from him at all.
Not insane.
That's he went second for a reason. But we just hope that he's gonna have a good, successful season, prosperous NBA career.
I agree.
I'm not expecting him to carry on the mantle and the legacy of LeBron. Like, I know these news outlets are gonna be like pushing that narrative,
right?
Especially Skip Bayless. I can't even imagine.
Don't Skip, man. Ain't nothing, man.
Skip is gonna run with this thing.
Yeah,
but that might be the day that you see a visit from LeBron to the studio.
Yeah, low key. If he shows up there, you already know it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong.
No, LeBron gonna show up to the studio like mid recording. He's not even supposed to be there. He's just like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?"
Right, and he gonna get him fired and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, but LeBron, you don't have no sway here.
He's like, LeBron, we're in the middle of episode. Does it look like I care?
Because he's a billionaire now, and he can pretty much do whatever he want to do now.
For sure.
But yeah,
we're gonna definitely be covering this upcoming season.
Yeah.
We look forward to kind of expanding our sports content because we've been lacking. To be honest with you,
right? But I mean, this upcoming football season is where I feel like we can really start kicking off our sports commentary.
Oh, for sure.
Because I got a lot to say. Because I bet my uncle and everything that my uncle, he being a Cowboys fan. Shout out to you, Uncle Wayne. Love you, dog. He a Cowboys fan. So last year,
that trash talk is gonna be legendary this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I kind of want him to get. I kind of want to get him on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Just for this reason. But last year we made a bet. Whoever loses whenever we play each other, Eagles and Cowboys, whoever loses has to wear the winning team's apparel. We won the first one on November 5th, so that's good. But when we got blown out the second time, we got the brakes beat off us the second time. and our little downward spiral that we was having.
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened to y'all.
Yeah, man. What made it worse, bro?
And I can talk because my team.
Yeah, we know Panthers.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Little Kit Kat.
Yep.
That was weird. Okay, I'm sorry. But nah, but when we lost, you already know. Everybody since most of my family's consisted of
blew up your Facebook, man.
all I know exactly. Then
it was to the point where I would actually go on your Facebook page to check to see. And that would be my entertainment for the day.
Yeah,
on a Monday morning, I would be there laughing.
That just was annoying, bro. Because it's like, I took my L on the chin like you're supposed to. But I didn't. But my thing is, I knew this was gonna come back in blood, and then we lost by like 20 something too. I'm like, oh gosh, it's about to be bad. But here we go. Yeah. Next thing you know, so and so mentioned you in a comment. So and so sent you a message. So and so mentioned you in a comment. So and so.
What happened, man?
What happened, man? Man, you look good, boy, with that blue on. Like
clearly, he's still scarred from this. Clearly, he hasn't let it go.
Because most of my people and my friends and my family who I love, you know what I'm saying. They're mostly consistent of Cowboys fans. It's just me and my other uncle, my mom's brother, and we the only Eagles fans out of the family. My mom by extension, but she don't really watch football like that neither. But it is what it is. Even my dad was a Cowboys fan. I look so much like him, but that's first indication that I'm not my dad. So it's like, rest in peace, Pop. But it's like we're gonna have more content for y'all like this. You know, more sports content. Like we're gonna be reviewing the new. The new 2Ks, the new Madden, especially that college football 19, I'm tripping. It comes out on the 19th of this month. But college football 25, we're going to be reviewing that too. We're going to get our boy Ty on here as well.
For sure. Shout out to Turn.
Y'all we got stories with him as well.
Oh, for sure. We might have to do some story time for real.
Yeah, because we got some wild Coastal Carolina stories. Shout out Sean Sup.
Sean Sup. That's my alma mater. That's me and his alma mater, actually.
Exactly. So, y'all are, I went to a different school, but you know.
Yeah.
But
Sean's for life, though.
Sean's for life, man.
Sean's over everybody.
Yeah, love
and
that.
I'll say that to any Clemson Tiger. I'll say that to any Gamecock. To their face.
Right. But you ain't in the same conference. It don't matter.
It don't.
It really don't.
I stand 10 toes. I stand by my Chanticleers.
Yeah.
Even though last season we wasn't looking too great.
Yeah, the season before though we was alright.
We was looking real. I don't know what happened to us this past season.
It is what it is. But yeah, that's all I got for today, bro. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Shoot. I've been Jay.
This has been Rodney.
And we are LATD, man. Look at the details, y'all. Peace. Thank y'all for tuning in.